Hi everyone, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. I can hardly believe it. Today is day 12 of Knitmas. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be bad. On the first day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me how to knit the texture stitch. On the second day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me knotted open work lace and how to knit the textured stitch. On the third day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me double eyelet rib, knotted open work lace, and how to knit the textured stitch. On the fourth day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me stockinette stitch ridge, double eyelet rib, knotted open work lace, and how to knit the texture stitch. On the fifth day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me horizontal herringbone, stockinette stitch ridge, double eyelet rib, knotted open work lace, and how to knit the textured stitch. On the sixth day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me little fountain lace, horizontal herringbone, stockinette stitch ridge, double eyelet rib, knotted open work lace, and how to knit the textured stitch. On the seventh day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me diagonal ridge, little fountain lace, horizontal herringbone, stockinette stitch ridge, double eyelet rib, knotted open work lace, and how to knit the texture stitch. On the eighth day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me mock cable left, diagonal ridge, little fountain lace, horizontal herringbone, stockinette stitch ridge, double eyelet rib, knotted open work lace, and how to knit the textured stitch. On the ninth day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me interrupted rib, mock cable left, diagonal ridge, little fountain lace, horizontal herringbone, stockinette stitch ridge, double eyelet rib, knotted open work lace, and how to knit the textured stitch. On the 10th day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me how to chevron rib, interrupted rib, mock cable left, diagonal ridge, little fountain lace, horizontal herringbone, stockinette stitch ridge, double eyelet rib, knotted open work lace, and how to knit the texture stitch. On the 11th day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me bramble stitch, chevron rib, interrupted rib, mock cable left, diagonal ridge, little fountain lace, horizontal herringbone, stockinette stitch ridge, double eyelet rib, knotted open work lace, and how to knit the textured stitch. On the 12th day of Knitmas, Knitting Turnpike showed me Herringbone II, bramble stitch, chevron rib, interrupted rib, mock cable left, diagonal ridge, little fountain lace, horizontal herringbone, stockinette stitch ridge, double eyelet ridge, a rib, knotted hair, open work lace, and how to knit the textured stitch. Woo! Knitmas. I cannot believe it. I'm so sad. I mean, it's gone by just like that. Today, on the 12th day of Knitmas, I'm going to give you the Herringbone II pattern. Take a look at this bad boy. I love herringbone. You know, I've seen it for many years. I've never taken the opportunity to knit it because I've heard it's a little bit of a challenge. And there are some stitches in herringbone that are not easy, but I'll walk you through it. And I'm also going to put up a video for the stitch that's difficult in this pattern, and I'll put a link up above because I'm going to post the video before I post this pattern, and that way if you need a little bit more closer look at it, then you can check out that video. Okay, let's get started here. We're going to do row 1, and we start on a wrong side row. So this is the wrong side, this is the right side, the pretty side. This is the wrong side. Definitely easy to distinguish between the two. And for the first row, we're going to purl all of the stitches. Oh, you know what? Before I get started, sorry, let me go back a second. This pattern is a 4-row pattern. So you're going to repeat 4 rows over and over again. And 2 of the rows are really simple, 2 of the rows are not so simple. So it makes it average, right? Alright, to cast on for this pattern, the stitch pattern is, you need a multiple of 7 stitches plus 1. So whatever you expand your pattern to, make sure it's a multiple of 7, then just add 1. For this pattern, I cast on 29 stitches. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 1 is 29. Okay, so here we go. Now let's get to row 1. Starting on the wrong side, we're going to purl every stitch. So I'm just curious with you guys if you have enjoyed the 12 days of Knitmas. I'm sure you've all enjoyed my singing. I mean, we used to have a dog named Felix, who every time I would ask him to sing, he would look at me like I was crazy, and I would sing with him, and he would howl, and it was hilarious. I know I'm a horrible singer, but you know, I just wanted to make fun of myself a little bit, and just have a little bit of fun with you guys. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this series, please put a comment below. If there are any other patterns that you would like to see, let me know. If you are having trouble with a pattern, please let me know. I'd love to help you out. That's what I'm here for. And try to help people out, and I'm sure that you guys will help me out when I need it, and we just help each other and be a knitting community. That's what I love about knitters. Knitters are usually really kind, helpful people. And crocheters. I'm not just, you know, people who love fiber are usually kind, loving people. Alright, we got through this row. And now we're going to get to row 2. And here's where the fun begins. Because we do have a stitch that's a little bit of a challenge. I'll try to zoom in on it a couple of times so you can see it a little bit close up. But you start with the second row. Here we are. Start with knit 2 together. Then you knit 2. And then you do this stitch called a knit 1 below through the back. So you have to go on your needle to the stitch, on the next stitch you go to the stitch below, which is this stitch. I'm trying to open it up so you can see it. But then, to make it even more complicated, you have to go through the back loop of that stitch. So, let's see if I can grab it here where you guys can see it. Pull that out. Alright, there. You grab the back stitch, and then you just knit through the back stitch, like that, and then before you drop this stitch off of the needle, you knit through it. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, we're gonna do it again, so don't worry about it. And I do have a video I'm going to post before I post this pattern, and I'll put the link here right now so you guys can go watch that if you need more detail on that. Alright, so you do that, then you knit 2, and then you're going to repeat those same stitches over and over, starting with the beginning of the row. So you knit 2 together, knit 2, knit 1 through the back, below, knit 1 in the knit 1 below through the back, and then knit through the stitch on the needle, then knit 2. Okay, knit 2 together, knit 2, knit 1 through the back below, and then knit through the same stitch. You're also going to have the same stitch on the 4th row as well. Alright, and then knit 2. So by the time you get through this, you get to be pretty good at it, getting through that back loop. Alright, one more time I think. Knit 2 together. You're going to stop at the last stitch. There's going to be 1 stitch left after you repeat this one more time. If I've done it correctly, that's what should happen. Alright, so knit 1 below to the back loop, knit through the top, knit 2. Yep, there's 1 more stitch left, and then you just knit through it. Okay, that was row 2. Looking good so far. Now we're to row 3. It's a backside row. On row 3, we're going to purl all the stitches. So see, on the backside rows of this herringbone, you just purl. And that's easy enough to remember. You just have to remember that row 2 and row 4. If you like this video, I would appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content I'm producing, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. This next year, I'm going to be taking you along on my knitting journey with me. I'm going to be diving into knitting socks. And I'll show you the good, the bad, the ugly, the mistakes I make, the things I do right, or shortcuts I've learned. I'm also going to be trying to knit sweaters for the first time that are for adults. I have knitted a baby sweater before, but I've never made an adult sweater. And my husband's been wanting a sweater since I think the first time I cast on. So he definitely deserves it. I mean, he edits all these videos. He blocks out my knitting for me. He helps me in so many ways. My sweet husband definitely deserves a sweater. Plus, if I'm being honest, there are a lot of cute little sweaters I'd like to make for myself. And I'm sure my mom wouldn't mind getting some as well. Alright, there we go. Row 3 purled. Now we're to row 4. Okay, starting row 4. You're going to knit 3. Then you're going to do that stitch. You're going to knit through the back of the stitch below. There it is. And then you knit through the stitch that's on the left hand needle and drop it off. Then you knit 2, knit 2 together, And now you're going to start the part where you're going to repeat. This is the part you'll repeat for the rest of the row. You knit 2, you knit 1 through, in the stitch below you knit through the back, and then you knit through the stitch that's on the needle, and then drop it off. Then you knit 2, and then you knit 2 together. I'm getting okay, so you start with that repeat, knit 2, knit through the back of the stitch below, ooh, this one's harder to find because it's really close to my next stitch. There we go. And then you knit through the stitch on the left hand needle, knit 2, knit 2 together. Alright, repeat again, knit 2, knit through the back of the stitch below, and then knit through the stitch that's on the left hand needle, drop that off, knit 2, then knit 2 together, and there you go, you've done row 4. And that's it. You repeat those 4 rows to get this beautiful herringbone pattern. It was hard to see at first. It also makes the edge ruffle when you start knitting it. So if you see that, don't worry about it. That's how it's supposed to look. This would make a beautiful scarf. And I will tell you, I did see this a scarf pattern on webs that looks almost identical to this pattern. However, I looked at her stitches and they're different than mine. I'll put a link in the description below to that scarf. So if you're having trouble knitting this stitch, this one below stitch, you can try that out. It doesn't have that stitch in it, so it might be something easier for you to knit. And it's a free pattern too on webs. So if you just are in love with this, which I am, I think I might knit this for myself. I love it. It'd make a really pretty blanket in a chunky yarn. It would make a beautiful scarf. Like this was already looking like a scarf. I mean, let's measure this and just see. Since I got you here, let's talk for a second more. Okay, this is 4.5 inches, so you need to cast on probably a couple more repeats. So 7 times 6, 42, add 1. I do about 43 stitches to get about the right length of scarf. Anyway, it's just really kind of, actually it's really kind of a lightweight fabric. This is a fingering yarn. I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm a herringbone fan. After doing the other herringbone stitch and this one, I just love them. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video. I have enjoyed doing this 12 Days of Knitmas series with you guys so much. If you've enjoyed it, please give these videos a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful time knitting all your Christmas gifts. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and we will see you next time. Thank you.